I'm Rebecca Roark, and I'm the Stevens County 4-H educator, and today I'm going to be teaching you how to arm knit. So what you guys are going to need to start this project is 2 skeins of yarn, both about 85 yards in length or longer if you want to, a tape measure, a pair of scissors, and a print off of the instructions available on our website. So arm knitting is basically like regular knitting, just without the needles. All you need is your arms and the materials I showed below. Here's a step-by-step process of how to do it, but I recommend following the video for best understanding. So once you have both ends of the yarn lined up, you're going to want to take it and make a loop like this and send the end through to start the knot. So once you're at this point, you're going to tie one more time to make sure that it's sturdy, and this will be the beginning of your scarf. Okay, so to start your scarf, you're gonna take your 2 fingers, your pointer finger and your thumb, and I'm gonna refer to this as a claw throughout the video so that you understand what I'm talking about. So you're gonna take your 2 fingers and you're gonna loop it around the 2 strands of yarn. And to start, you're gonna go through under your thumb and send your hand all the way through, and then loop it around your pointer finger, just like that, and put it onto your hand to make the first string. So I'll show you again. Take your claw, send it through the string just like this, loop it around, take the hand with the yarn, and send it through your thumb and around your pointer finger to get this loop. Pull it tight and send it back on your arm. Just to show you again, take your claw, send it through with your opposite hand around your thumb, through the pointer finger, and another loop. So you're going to want to repeat this process until you have about 8 or 10 stitches lined up on your arm. One more time, send it through, around the pointer finger, pull it tight. And just keep scooting it down on your arm as you go so that you have enough room to finish the scarf. Just like that. So I've now done 8 stitches on my arm, and just to show you what I mean by that is every 2 strands from your yarn is going to count as 1 stitch. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So this is 8. So now to go on to the next arm, you're going to grab both strands of yarn in the hand that you have the scarf on. So you're going to take the first 2 of your stitch and pull it over while holding on to the yarn with this hand. So this is going to be your first loop. Send the opposite hand through and grab the yarn underneath with this hand. You're going to do the same thing with the next stitch. Send it over, make a loop, put the loop on the opposite arm. So you're going to repeat this process until you've got all of the strands off of one arm onto the next arm. As you can see, now you have your first set for your scarf. So now this process is going to basically get a lot easier because all you're going to be doing is switching from one arm to the other. So the process that I just showed you is what you're going to repeat for the rest of the scarf. So with the same 2 strands, hold it in the hand that has the scarf, and all you're going to do is pull it over and send the opposite hand through. Grab the 2 strands, pull it over, send your opposite hand through. Grab the 2 strands, pull it over, send the opposite hand through. All the time, kind of pull and keep the yarn kind of tight so that your scarf doesn't get too loose, and just continue the process. While you're practicing arm knitting your scarf, consider asking yourself some questions. Was learning how to arm knit difficult, or did you face some challenges? Was this a skill that came naturally to you, or did you have to try it a couple times? Will you be donating your scarf to help others or the community? If so, how many people were impacted by your donation? Do you feel like you've gained a sense of leadership with your newly acquired talent? Could you teach this activity to others? So now that you've used almost all of your yarn and you're at the very last bit, I'm going to show you how to finish the scarf. So this part is really pretty simple. So to finish the scarf, you're going to line all of your strands out so that they're a little spaced out so you can see each individual stitch. So what you're going to do is start from the one closest to your body and overlap it just like that. So now this one that you've overlapped, you're going to send it over to the third one in and grab it. And you're going to keep going like that all the way down your arm until you get to the very end, overlapping each one. Make sure you grab the 2 strands whenever you're doing this. So you're going to just keep going until you get to the very end like that. So now that you're at the very end, you're going to take the 2 strands that you're still holding on to and loop it through just like that. So now while you're holding on to the loop, go from your hand and work your way in and gently pull each one off and just line it up on your thumb like that. And just keep going all the way down your arm until you've gotten all of them off. So now that you have them all lined up on your hand like this, take the very last loop that you've made and you're gonna wanna tie it around the 2 strands that you have remaining. So now all you have to do, take your hand out and pull just like that. And that's gonna be the end of your scarf. So now with these extra little pieces that you have on the end, all you're gonna do is cut them off, just like that. And now you can see that you have completed the body of the scarf. So the reason you wanted to use 84 yards of fabric is because once you get to the very end, we're gonna add tassels. So make sure that when you stop stitching, you have just enough yarn left that we can add some little tie-ons. So take your tape measure and measure out 14 inches to make the tassel. So once you get 14 inches, you're gonna wanna cut and take it, find the end of your scarf just like this, loop it through, and tie on the end just like that. And that's gonna give you your first tassel. To make this process a little easier, once you get the 14 inches, you can take your yarn and just line it up on itself and just cut just like that to measure each one a little bit faster. Okay. So I've cut 7 more strings and we're gonna go on each stitch since we had 8 rows and add the tassels. So once again, pull it through just like this and then pull it tight. Take your next one, go 1 stitch over, pull it through, and make it tight. 1 stitch over, pull it through, tie it, and pull it tight. And keep going until you get to the end of your scarf. So this is what it will look like once you've got a tassel tied on each string. So you're just going to repeat the process on the other side. So now you have an arm knitted scarf, and this is what it should look like when you're done. You can now use this talent to make gifts, donations, or anything else that your heart desires. You can also enter this into the fair, so make sure you take pictures and videos of the process while you're making it. If you do make one of these scarves, please send me an email with the process of how you did it. Please make sure and check Virtual Clovers regularly for more fun project ideas like this.